It is finally time to wait to make this video, and now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hello everyone, this is SME Wrestling here in this form again. Killer Raleigh with the vapes. Had to do that line again because it's pretty fucking funny. And yeah, so remember like last time I did a ranking video of every single Five Finger Death Punch album, all 9 Five Finger Death Punch albums, and gotta say it did blow up a little bit. It got like 500 views, and I'm like, well, I might well do another ranking video, but this time on a different kind of band, not one of my favorite bands, and more specifically my #1 favorite metal band of all time, Slipknot. That's right, Slipknot have just made their new album, The End for Now, and gotta say, pretty fucking good, eh? So, yeah, now I decided to make this video. It was a long-awaited video. I always want to do this video of my favorite band, ranking all 7 Slipknot albums. Of course, I'm a massive Slipknot nerd. Look at the shirt we have here, Slipknot, and also have some Funko Pops. We have Craig, Corey, and Sid. Of course, these are all from the We Are Not Your Kind era, and they look pretty good. So, now, I am finally here to make this ranking video. I'm pretty sure Star Invader was looking forward to this because he really liked I'm pretty sure he really liked my last ranking video of Five Finger Death Punch. And, of course, he knows that Slipknot is my #1 favorite band. So, he's, like, very interested to see if I rank Slipknot. And, well, I am going to do it now. I'm going to be ranking all 7 Slipknot albums. Of course, just like I said in the Five Finger Death Punch rank, this is all facts here. So, if you see any other ranking videos, then it's just wrong, mate. It's fucking wrong. But a lot of people do say good shit about Slipknot. And, yeah, but overall, those rankings were fake. Some I do agree with, but most of them I have different options. I have different opinions than them. So, yeah, without ado, let's go and start this ranking video of all 7 Slipknot albums ranked. Join us. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, quick little note here. Before all some of the angry Slipknot fans get pissed off for where I put certain albums in certain spots, just to let you know, I like all of these albums. I like all of them. It's just that some albums are better than others. So yeah, before you go sending your death threats, please listen to this little note I bring here. I like all albums. I like all the albums. It's just that some of them are just better than others. Yeah, so let's just start the rankings now. Alright, number 7, my least favorite Slipknot album. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Now you guys are gonna be even more pissed. Because I butchered the title name. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, okay? Sorry I triggered you that I can't pronounce the title name. I'm sorry I triggered you. But, yeah, the reason why this is low on the list, not because it's bad or anything. I still really like this. This album is pretty good. It's just, for me, it's the weakest album. My most main reason because the change of sound. They went from Self-Titled to Iowa. They went from the heaviest shit in the world, and then they moved on to this, and things changed. And, you know, sometimes change does not necessarily work. But, yeah, I just did not like really the change up from Iowa to Volume 3. I didn't like the change up. Like, why? Yeah, I had Perfect Street going, but they decided to change. Also, I have, like, maybe, like, unpopular opinion, but I feel like Corey Taylor's screams and, like, his vocal performances come out weak on this album. Like, the vocal performances on Iowa is fucking legendary, but this one, it just doesn't hit the same. But, other than that, there's some banging songs on here, like Before I Forget and Duality, two most popular songs of the album. These are also my two favorites. Also like Vermilion, Pulse of the Maggots, The Blister Exists. The Blister Exists is pretty much like a song that I recommend to people who are first getting into metal. That's like the first song I introduced to them when I get into metal. But there are some songs that I do not like The Virus of Life, Danger, Keep Away, and Circle. Yeah, there's some songs that are just like a very mixed bag for me, like 3-0, Welcome. Also, it's very hard to remember some of the title name. I'm not gonna say it's forgettable, because, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's still pretty good. It's just, it's the weakest one. It's my least favorite. I'm not saying I hate it, but I don't really like it, because there are some better albums here. But, yeah, I still really like Volume 3, the Seminole Verses. Once again, I think I might be triggering people because I'm mispronouncing the title name. But, yeah, so, number 7, Volume 3, the Seminole Verses. Yeah, fucking get mad if I mispronounce the title name. Number 6, Point 5, The Grey Chapter. Again, I really like this album. I like this album. It's just that the rest of the albums are better than this one. And, yeah, but it's just because I really like it doesn't mean it still has some issues with it. I'm not gonna get straight to issues already. I'm gonna talk about like the good in this album. First of all, the heaviness is way better. It's way better than Volume 3. I mean, Volume 3 was heavy, but not heavy enough. Not heavy, not on Iowa level. And Point 5, The Great Chapter, almost catches the feel of Iowa and Selftitled, but not close enough. Not close enough. But yeah, also good is some of the songs. Like it has The Devil and I, my second favorite Slipknot song. There's also freaking AOV, Approach Original Violence, and there's also Kill Pop and The Negative One. Those are pretty banging tunes. There's some songs I have mixed feelings. Some songs are like, eh. Like Skeptic, it's pretty hardcore, but the thing that grinds me is that freaking dog whistle in the song. It freaking drives my eardrums here. And there's also like a Lech. It got a heavy start, but then like it goes downhill. Like I want the heaviness to continue and shit. And also like Custer. Like Custer starts off heavy and great, but then like it goes slow, and then it's just the loses the momentum. And yeah. So Point 5, The Great Job. Pretty sure get a monumental for Paul Gray, because he unfortunately died during. Yeah, and also Joey Jordison also died, but he left the band during this time. And yeah, so yeah, Point 5, The Great Chapter, it's pretty solid. It's just not that great to me. It's not that great. To me, it's their second weakest album, even though I do really like this album. Like I said, Volume 3, I do really like the album. Like I said in the very start of the video, I like all these albums. It's just that some albums are better than others. And yes, so Point 5, The Great Chapter, it's pretty good. I forgot to give my rating for Volume 3, but yeah, Volume 3, I would give Volume 3 like a 7 out of 10, or 6 out of 10. I'm pretty sure I give Volume 3 a 7 out of 10. I give Point 5, The Great Chapter like an 8 out of 10. So yeah, these are pretty good albums. Just some albums are better than others. And yeah, so number 6, Point 5, The Grey Chapter. Number 5, All Hope Is Gone. Now, a lot of people put this album in last. And I do not see why. I mean, I don't get why they always put this one in last. Because, I gotta say, it's a big improvement over Volume 3. Because the heaviness is better. And I'm pretty sure the songs are also better. Like, for example, it has Psychosocial, my favorite Slipknot song of all time. Yeah, but it's down here. The reason why it's a non-top, even though it has my favorite Slipknot song of all time, doesn't mean it's the best Slipknot album of all time. Because there are still some issues, still some songs that grind my gears, like the Butcher's Hook. That was pretty bland. And there was also Gamera, I don't know how to say it. But yeah, that was an alright track. Then we have All Hope Is Gone, the top track. Summing up, it went all over the place. And yeah, I just didn't really like it. It just went over the place, even though it's really heavy as hell. But it just went all over the place. But yeah, there's still some banging songs here, like Sulfur, and person mentioned Psychosocial, and Dead Memories, fucking jam. Also like Vandana's pretty groovy track. And When the Life Continues, that's a pretty good song. And Snuff, a pretty emotional, heavy song. And yeah, a lot of people say Snuff is like a Stone Sour song. I do kind of see that, but I mean, it should have belonged in this album, but who cares? I still like the song, even though it's not one of my favorites. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for All Hope Is Gone. The heaviness is pretty good. Some of the songs are pretty good. I said some of the songs because, remember the Butcher's Fuck? I really don't like that song. And yeah, some people like don't like the masks that the people are wearing. The band members, I mean, like Corey Terrace mask. Like, it's a love or hate mask, and all the other masks, like, people like really dislike them. And All Hope Is Gone is pretty much like a love-hate album. So there's like people who really love it or really hate it. I'm on the side where people really love it. Not really love it to the point it's like at the not top 3. But yeah, it's still pretty solid. I would give this album an 8.5 out of 10 because it has Psycho fucking Social, mate, and I fucking love that song. So yeah, number 5, All Hope Is Gone. Number 4, We Are Not Your Kind. Now we're getting to the good stuff. We're getting to some good stuff here. We Know Your Kind is one good example. And yeah, I gotta say, pretty good album. I gotta say, better than 0.5, The Great Chapter. And yeah, pretty much love the heaviness in it. And pretty much some of the songs have like creepy atmospheres. And pretty love that. But like, there's 2 issues. One, there's like way too many intros. Not like so many intros, but like there's one insert coin, death because of death, and what's next. That's just 3 intros. Can we just have like just one intro, or no intros at all? I mean, the intro is pretty good at the start of the album, but like have the rest of the album just be songs, not add more intros. But yeah, but there are some good songs like Unsatan, Birth of the Cruel, Mira Forte. There's some underrated songs here that I really like Orphan. Orphan is my 3rd favorite Slipknot song. That does not get mentioned at all. It's fucking heavy as hell, it's fucking fast paced. I fucking love that song. It's very underrated as well, never get mentioned. And Critical Dialing is also pretty good. Not Long for This World is also really good. And Soulwave Firth is also pretty good. But there is also another issue, that this album holds the worst Slipknot song ever, My Pain. My Pain is the worst Slipknot song ever because it's not Slipknot. It's not heavy, it's just the freaking boom, bing, 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 some like child kid instrument playing, and it's just, nah, I did not like it. And then there's some alright songs, like there's Red Flag in that, pretty good. Elias Funeral is also pretty right. And Spider's pretty fucking creepy as well. The theme song for Behemoth, rest in peace, Behemoth. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this album. It's pretty dang good. Even though it has some issues, like has the 3 intros and fucking My Pain, but it's still pretty good. It's heavy as hell. Not heavy as I1 Self-Titled and that, but still pretty good. I give this a 9 out of 10. Pretty good album, but there are still 3 more albums left that are way better than this. Yeah, number 4, We Are Not Your Kind. Number 3, The End So Far. This is the most recent album. I've just listened to it twice. Usually when a new album comes out from my favorite artist, I listen to the album twice before doing a final ranking video. And yeah, this one is in the top 3. First of all, I fucking love the heaviness. Heaviness, check. It's Slipknot, gonna have heaviness, except for one song, which is Adderall, the weird intro. But I still kind of dig it. It was kind of weird and creepy, but I kind of liked it. I kind of liked that song. And speaking of songs, I love every single song on this album. We're up to the point where the albums have no bad songs on it, and this one is a great example. First of all, the Dying song, my favorite song on the album, fucking great. The Chapel Town Rag, it's pretty good. Yeah, and very creepy, creepy atmosphere, it's pretty good. some other great songs like Hive Mind, Warranty. Those are pretty good songs. Medicine for the Dead is pretty underrated. I like that song. And Decide is pretty good. And the finale, a great finale. I was kind of worried. Like, when they put that title, The End So Far, I was a little bit worried. Because I thought it would be like the end of Slipknot. But, thankfully, I was watching some other reviews, so it's the final track on Roadrunner. So, like, whew, okay. So, they're making new music. Good. Because I freaking love Slipknot, and hopefully they don't retire. And, yeah, if I had to pick my least favorite track on this album, it had to be Acidic. Because it starts off great, sort of fast paced, but then like it slows down, and I do not like that. I don't like when it's going great to start, goes fast paced, but then it just slows down. I just want the fast pace to continue on and build up, keep the momentum up. But hey, it was still a pretty good song. And overall, I really like this album. I'm so fucking glad they managed to leave without they went with a bang from Roadrunners. And yeah, pretty much a great album. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Love this one. Fucking love this one. But there are 2 more albums left, and they are way better than The End so far. But yeah, it's still a really good album. Number 3, The End So Far. A lot of people say it's the worst album. Like, you fucking what? Are you deaf, blind, or stupid? This is not their worst album. Come on now. But really, it's their worst album. Like, do you not have ears? Do you not see how heavy this is? But I'm getting off track right now. But yeah, number 3, The End So Far. Number 2, Self-Titled. Now, these last 2 albums are pretty much tied against each other. I couldn't pick a favorite. And it was very hard. I was thinking, like, putting them both at number 1. But I came to the conclusion and put Self-Taught at number 2. And the last album, my favorite album, at number 1. But yeah, let's get to Self-Titled. First of all, I love the craziness, all the crazy fucking shit that's going on in this album. It's just fucking Slipknot going wild for their first ever album, and pretty much did one fine job of it. And the heaviness is very fucking heavy. Fucking love the heaviness. Makes me want to headbang my fucking neck off. And yeah, even though the production almost kind of sounds shit, I still kind of love it. It still like catches the rawness and the heaviness of the album. And oh my god, these songs, man, these songs are fucking bangers and freaking like sick, fucking great song. Eyeless is a great song as well. 2 of my favorite songs. Wait and Bleed, without doubt the best Slipknot song. Wait and Bleed is the best Slipknot song ever made. Even though it's not my favorite, it's one of my favorites, but it's not my number 1 favorite. But it is the best Slipknot song. And there's also like Spit It Out as well. Like Surfacing is also pretty good. Liberate Bananas. And yeah, Eeyore is also fucking crazy as hell. And even though this song is not of them, but honorable mention, Get This is fucking crazy as hell. Fucking love that. And yeah, even there's some other songs that are like pretty underrated, like No Life and Glide. And some other songs also like very creepy, like Scissors, Prosthetic, Tired and Torn, and Paradise. Yeah, those are pretty creepy ass songs. And overall, this was a very great start for Slipknot. And gotta say, I really love this one. I really love revisiting it and listening to all the songs, just going crazy and ape shit. Yeah, really love this one. I give it a 10 out of 10. Great album by Slipknot, but there's one more album left that is also a 10 out of 10. But number 2 is the Self-Titled. Number 1, my favorite Slipknot album of all time. There's no big surprise in it. It's gonna be the one, the only, Iowa. Jesus Christ, this album, man, this album is the reason why I love Slipknot. Because, number 1, heaviness. This is the most heaviest fucking album. It's just wanna freaking go crazy and just mosh around and headbang. It's their most heaviest album. And 2, just freaking all the songs, man. Jesus Christ, the songs, they are fucking phenomenal. We have People Equal Shit, Disaster Piece, My Plague, The Heretic Anthem, Everything Ends, Left Behind, and first some underrated songs like The Shape, I Am Hated is also pretty good. New Abortion is also underrated and also pretty good. There's also some great performances by Corey Taylor and very like emotional cuts, like emotional growls that Corey Taylor does, like in Gently and Skin Ticket, even the title track Iowa, that which the song like goes for 15 minutes. Yeah, freaking Corey Taylor was actually cutting himself during that song, and he's fucking screaming in pain. Like, Jesus fuck, man. This is where Slipknot was at their peak and at the absolute nut. When everything was at the absolute nut, taking fucking drugs and just going absolutely apeshit each other, absolutely fucking hating each other, and just stealing the show every time. Just fucking stealing the show and just being who they are, just being the crazy masked motherfuckers here. And just, fuck, I love this album. There's nothing bad about Iowa. I just love the heaviness and all the performances by Corey Taylor and everyone else in the band, like Jim, Sid, fucking Sid Wilson, Craig, Mick, Joey, Paul, Chris, and Sean. Pretty much everyone does a great job. And yeah, I gotta say, this is my number one favorite. So the album, 10 out of 10. Like Self-Titled, this one's like 10 out of 10. Both Self-Titled and Iowa are my two favorites, but right now, Iowa is my number one favorite, and there's rather nothing topping this album. Number one, Iowa. Pretty much everyone agrees. Well, some people might agree that Iowa is the best album. Some people might say Self-Titled is also the best. I don't mind if you put Self-Titled as your best, or as your favorite, but for me, and for some other people, I put Iowa as my favorite, and as the best Slipknot album. So yeah, number one, Iowa. Well then, that's it, done for the rankings for all 7 Slipknot albums, and gotta say, I think I did a pretty good job of this, and yeah, I've always wanted to do this video because Slipknot is my number one favorite band, and yeah, I was excited for the new album, and I'm glad it was a freaking great one, and I managed to get in the top 3 with Iowa and Self-Titled. And yeah, so if you want to see all the ratings I gave for every single album, here it is. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I might do another ranking video for other bands, like maybe for Korn, for example. For example, I might do Korn, or I could do Breaking Benjamin, Lamb of God, or like Disturbed, something like that. Trivium, Bull from Valentine, like, so there's a lot of bands I like the bands are in my top 20 favorite bands. Like some like bands like System of a Down, Papa Roach, and some bands you never heard of like Everlit, Monument, and like Whitechapel. And yeah, pretty much I might do like a lot of ranking videos for like my favorite artists and favorite metal bands. And I might do Godsmack or Disturbed, because Godsmack and Disturbed making new albums, I hope. And Breaking Benjamin might make a new album with Starset, and hopefully that'll be good. And Lamb of God's gonna make a new album this month in October, so yeah, cannot wait for that. So yeah, that's the end of this ranking video, and I'll see you guys next time.